Plastic has changed our lives. From the clothing we are wearing, the switch we use to turn on the lights, the TV we watch, the shampoo we use, the cup from where we drink our coffee, or the water bottle we bought at the park, the traffic light at the corner, or the cell phone we use, even when we go to the doctor or hospital or shop at the grocery store. We are using plastic once again. Plastic is all around us, is in every step we made, every single minute of our day. But how much do we really know about this material? And is it really that good for us? Let's find out this information and see all the benefits and problems that plastic brings to our life. Plastics are synthetic materials that are mainly made from organic products such as crude oil and natural gas. The process of making plastics is usually quite complicated, and plastics consist of long molecular chains known as polymers, created by linking the same repeated building element called a monomer, and this structure makes plastic particularly durable. Strong, lightweight, and moldable, plastics are used in thousands of products that add comfort, convenience, and safety to our everyday lives. It's impact resistant, chemical resistant, waterproof, and it takes less energy to produce. Plastic has benefits we cannot deny. But the problem with plastic is that most of it isn't biodegradable. It doesn't rot like paper or food. The mass production of plastics began just 6 decades ago, has accelerated so rapidly that it has created 8.3 billion metric tons, most of it in disposable products that end up as trash, and it takes more than 400 years to degrade. So most of it still exists in some form, and only 9% has been recycled. Over time, most plastics break down into very small particles called microplastics and make their way into lakes, rivers, and oceans, eventually contaminating our food and water. Microplastics are less than 5 millimeters in length, about the size of a sesame seed, but can also be intentionally designed to be small, like the microbeads that are used in many beauty and health products such as cosmetics, toothpaste, or even cleansers. Plastic and microplastics, due to the poor recycling and management activities of the trash on land, are ending up in the ocean, forming 5 different plastic islands around the world. We can find 2 of them in the Pacific Ocean, 2 more in the Atlantic Ocean, and 1 more in the Indian Ocean, and some of these garbage patches, such as the North Pacific one, are equivalent in size to France, Spain, and Germany together. Plastic pollution is contaminating not just the oceans, but the whole planet, from mountain soils and many rivers to Arctic snow. It is also being consumed and inhaled by people, and the health impacts are as yet unknown. There is a huge concern now about the fact that aquatic life and birds can mistake microplastics for food. Recent research found that birds, which feed on river insects, were eating about 200 pieces of plastic a day, having negative effects on them, decreasing their reproduction. Now, plastics are everywhere, and they are not just polluting our environment, they are polluting the species we live in it. They are in the food we eat and the water we drink. There's no denying that plastic is a major problem for the planet. Experts think that by 2050, the amount of plastic in the ocean will weigh more than the amount of fish in it. We are urged to follow now more than ever before the philosophy of reducing, reusing, and recycle, as well as refuse to use any plastic we don't need and reduce the consumption of it. We need to be more mindful of our plastic consumption and recognize that we are a part of the problem as well as the solution. It is important to remember that the life of our environment and ecosystems, with all the species living in, not only depend on the government or industries around the world, but it is also crucial to understand that our daily individual actions matter.